stream. Okay, so just give me one moment. I'm just setting up everything. Okay, so for today, hey, what's going on, Chris? So hello, Yo Journey. So today, sorry for the delay. I had to get some stuff set up. But we're actually going to begin today with a little bit different practice. So for today, hello, welcome back. We're actually going to begin with a practice called Kapalabhati breathing. Okay, so what Kapalabhati breathing is it's a breathing technique that allows for you to wake up. So I figured that, we're teaching this in the morning and a lot of people may be asleep. So we're going to start with this breathing practice to wake up. So you may need a Kleenex to work with and just to have that next to you. So you're going to find yourself into a comfortable seated position. So something like this. I use sandbags actually for my feet because they help my feet to stay on the ground. And then once you've found that position, thank you. Once you've found that position, you want to just take a look at the camera for a moment before you close your eyes. So the technique requires that you pulse your stomach to allow for air to move rapidly out of your nostrils. Okay, so you can hold your hand on your stomach to start. And what it's going to feel like, you can actually place the hand next to your nostrils and you're going to feel air pulsing out of your nostrils very rapidly. So it'll be like this. So I can hold my hand by my nostrils and you can do the same and just feel air pulsing pretty regularly out of your nostrils. So you'll feel like kind of a strong current of air. It will be like, so air moves very rapidly to the nostril tips. So I'll hold my hand here and I'll just begin to pulsate. So we'll do this about 20 times together, and then after that, you'll close your eyes and we'll begin the process. So once again, you can have a Kleenex next to you. This Kleenex is nice because if you need to blow your nose, it's really nice so that way at least you don't have stuff coming out of your nose while you're meditating. So so for this moment, you can keep the eyes open if you'd like. You can take your attention to the tips of the nostrils or take your attention to the phone, and you're just going to begin to pulsate pretty regularly. So it'll be like this. And then take a deep inhale, deep exhale, and then just close your eyes. So now I'll begin with a nice gong to start our practice with. Ready? Beginning with the gong. So just coming into your cross-legged position. Allow the eyes to close. Allow the breath to move naturally. And take your attention to the tips of the nostrils. So when we take our attention to the tips of the nostrils, you begin to notice the sensations in this region. Allowing your attention to remain fixated on the tips of the nostrils. Just begin to observe the sensations that move in and out of the nostril tips. We began this morning with a practice that is called actually Kapalabhati, which means breath of fire. So when we work with the breath, we can learn how to take our attention to a more fixated point. So when the attention becomes fixated, when we take our attention to this fixated point, we can learn to relax, we can learn to let go, and we can begin to allow for the mind to become very calm, very peaceful, very calm. So as you take your attention to the nostril tips, just like we began our other practices last week and earlier this week even, just observe the sensations at the tips of the nostrils, observe the sensations. The eyes are closed. The breath is natural. And if you can, just take the attention to the tips of the nostrils. Allow the breath to move naturally, gracefully, easily. If other sensations arise throughout the body, just for now, see if you can keep the attention in the nostril tips. You know, you may feel sensations in the legs, sensations in the chest, sensations throughout the body. But see if you can remain just in the nostril tips for this morning, just in the nostril tips. And if you notice, you gave a little bit more silence in between the space, so just you can observe for yourself. Noticing the sensations. What do the sensations feel like? And it's okay if they feel like something that is unfamiliar to you. This is observing the present moment. Asyati, as it is. Asyati, as it is. And as you tune back in, just observing the nostril tips again, noticing the sensations. And now, just like we did the other day, if you were here, you're going to allow your attention to be fixated in the entire inner nostril wall. In the entire inner nostril wall. So we expand the space from a very narrow fixated point to a little bit broader point, so that we can observe, just like the body, a little bit bigger range. And it's okay if you feel an itching sensation, a tickling sensation, a warm sensation, a cool sensation. Just be with this for now. For the remainder of our exercise together. Just observe the sensations as they are, natural, peaceful, arising and passing away. And if for whatever reason you're having a difficult time experiencing these sensations, let the breath become a little bit stronger. So once again, we began today's practice with Kapalabhati, which was a breathing technique to wake up the nervous system. You can do that a couple of times, not too much, but a couple of times, just so that the nerves are a little bit more awake. And then just observe the sensations throughout the nostrils. We observe so that when we come off the meditation, see that we can observe life as it is. Just noticing, observing, and allowing ourselves to be fully present, fully alive, fully here, fully now. If for whatever reason other sensations come in, and it's very natural that other sensations come in, just let your attention move gracefully. If they stay in the sensation for a moment, that's fine. But we're going to continue for now to see if we can keep our attention just in the nostril tips, just for the practice. Outside of the practice, it is okay for the attention to continue to move. But for the practice, see if you can keep the attention fixated. And once the practice is over, just let it be natural. Don't force, just let it be. Other sensations arise once again, notice, and then take the attention back to the nostril tips. I'm sorry, throughout the nostrils. Throughout the nostrils. Observe. Just watch. Notice what it is like to pay full attention to our physical sensations. Full attention. Full attention. And now lastly, I'm going to give you a final practice. We also began to build on this in our Tuesday class. Allow the attention to move to the space below the nostril tips and above the upper lip. The space below the nostril tips and above the upper lip. If you'd like, you can let your breath become a little bit stronger. Deeper inhales, deeper exhales, just to observe the sensations. And once you have the sensations, let the breath become soft again. So we bring our attention to this region so that we can focus on a broader space of the body. Skin below the nostril tips and above the upper lip. And observe these sensations just like the inner nostril walls. Observe, observe. Notice. As we continue to do this, you may notice various sensations arising and passing away. And if the sensations remain the same, that is also okay. That is also perfect. Asyati, as it is. Asyati, as it is. Once again, if thoughts arise, let them arise. And as it feels natural to you, bring the attention back to the area below the nostril tips and above the upper lip. Keep bringing your attention back to this region. Asyati, as it is. Asyati, as it is. So, today we focused on 4 techniques, a little bit different than some of the other days. We started with Kapalabhati, which I think that we'll continue to practice because it helps us to wake up. That was the rapid breathing technique where we pulsate the diaphragm and we let the air rapidly move through the nostril tips. Then we brought the air to the nostril tips, a very fine fixated point in the body. From there, we let the attention move throughout the entire inner nostril wall. And then lastly, we brought the attention to the area below the nostril tips above the upper lip. Thank you so much for being a part of today's morning practice, for joining with me. May you all be happy. May you all have such a harmonious day, a peaceful and happy day. I look forward to continuing to work with you. Namaste. Thank you. And just like before, to end, we will end with the gong. Thank you. Namaste. Okay.